Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Ghost Rider vlog. So then, since Spotlight number 12 was yet again not a Ghost Rider comic in actual fact, it was actually a setup for things that are apparently going to happen in issue 3, we are going to talk about Ghost Rider 1. Finally, we get into the main series. So the main series kicks off with Johnny on his bike. He is in human form now because it is the morning after Linda Littletree shot herself with her own satanic powers and fell off a ledge. And they're still looking for a man on a bike, although admittedly they're looking for a man on a bike with a flaming head. However, it has been noted that a couple of people have guessed that it's more than likely Johnny as the Ghost Rider now, since he keeps appearing whenever the show is in town. Also, he continues to show up and do stunts for the show as well, so it's most likely Johnny Blaze. Also, before we go into the story proper, gotta mention the cover, of course. Excellent cover. This is the kind of cover work we've been waiting for a while now. We got a nice shot of the Ghost Rider doing a wheelie, even though it was actually Johnny and not the Ghost Rider doing this particular scene in the book. It still looks really cool. We got a nice, decent-looking Ghost Rider again. We got cops trying to shoot at him, one trying to pseudo-jump out of the way. He's careening through a whole bunch of, I guess it's supposed to be a wooden blockade on a road that he's wheeling through. And that, again, it does happen in the book, but it's Johnny instead of the Rider. But 50-50. It's still far superior artwork on the cover than we've been seeing for the last couple of issues. And I would add that the artwork also holds up inside the book. But anyway, so basic story. Johnny, it's the day after. Johnny is trying to get back to Roxanne to check in on her and see how things are going. And obviously he's in a panic, so he's speeding. And he actually can't stop in time for the police blockade, so he has no choice but to wheel his way through it, to which they open fire on him. They don't actually hit him, but they do injure his bike and send him careening off into an explosion. He is tossed from the bike, but luckily survives it, but is in critical condition and is brought to the same hospital as Roxanne. By that evening, he is conscious and still in a lot of pain, but he is slowly recovering. When night fully takes on, he, of course, again turns into the Ghost Rider. And as the Ghost Rider, he is completely uninjured. So he's at least got that going for him, but if he becomes Johnny Blaze again while on the road, he will be the critically injured, about to die Johnny Blaze, and he can't put up with much damage. So he's got that new little risk on his head right now. He does take off to try and get back to the show in time. However, he only shows up just in time to see the one previous character that we've been mentioning, named Slade. He again tries to take over for Johnny, trying to prove that he is just as good as a stunt biker, if not better, than Johnny. And he careens right off and slams into the ledge of a canyon. Obviously, with Johnny as injured as he is, and now Slade dead, very obviously dead, even the announcers are like, holy crap, that just happened. Yeah, he's not walking away from that. Nobody's walking away from that. We need a body bag. Obviously she's in shock, and when Johnny shows up with the Ghost Rider, she has that particular moment to faint. So, you know, that's kind of typical luck. They take off in the car and try and make for the hills, hopefully to try and get back to the hospital in time for him to rest again. However, at the same time all of this has been happening, we come back to Linda Littletree, who apparently randomly teleported back to her room and is staring at the ceiling unblinkingly and unmoving, and also apparently cold to the touch. Silver Cloud, her boyfriend, or fiancé, I'm not sure which, they don't really specify which, runs off to contact a man by the name of Hellstorm. This is, again, a hint and a reference to the Son of Satan character, which also was hinted at the very beginning before we get back to Giant Blaze in this book. By the end, he has finally come back to the Indian reservation that we have been knowing for the last couple of issues here, and is prepared to try and remove the spirit of Satan, possibly, from Linda. However, Satan did actually possess her and is on the rampage trying to find Johnny so he could take Johnny's soul himself in person while being carted around via Linda's body. And that's pretty much where we leave things on this one. It's a bit of a cliffhanger, a pretty solid first issue, and I can't wait to read the next one. But 2 episodes tonight, I think I'll be giving this a rest for tonight. So thank you all for... before I close, obviously, good things and bad things. I honestly can't say anything bad about this one. This is a pretty solid one. The story is pretty solid all the way through. We keep trying to vary it up a little bit so that we're not being bored focusing on only one thing. So we keep catching up with how their day is progressing for everybody. The artwork is still pretty solid like it was in the Spotlight issues. So the book is starting off pretty good so far. So here's hoping that that'll keep up for at least a couple more issues. Anyways, that's all for today, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Good night.